Here's the thing, babe. You are not crazy. You are being pulled back into the spiral of your old shadows. So if you have been feeling like things are really off, or like you had a massive breakthrough, I'm hearing like cutting cords, maybe you did a big ritual, maybe you took a spiritual bath, or just did a big cleansing, maybe you did an egg cleansing, something. And I feel like a lot of that was related to ancestors and ancestral work. So whether it was a habit, not a habit, but like a ritual or a practice that your ancestral lineage did, whether it was just something where you were connecting to your wise and well ancestors, something about the healing that you did was ancestral. And you felt something shift. You were like, it worked. Like whatever you did, whatever you wanted to shift, whatever you were praying on or asking for guidance around, that did make the change, right? And so things were kind of going well. You felt that big shift. And then in the last like week or so, um and like, this is obviously a collective reading, adjust the timeline as you see fit, to an extent, and this will apply to whenever you're seeing this video. But in the last week or so, it felt like, whoa, I'm getting like re-triggered. I'm getting pulled back into all of my old wounds again, and I don't know what is going on. We have the devil card come up, and I'm really getting drawn to the flames at the bottom of this card if you see his feet. And what that's telling me is, like, again, candle magic might be significant, fire, a burning bowl ceremony, something about this could be very significant. But it's for some reason I'm hearing the word inflamed as well, but in flames. I heard inflamed and then in flames. That's really weird. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Maybe you're having some sort of physical symptoms as well. But something is coming up where the reason that you got re-triggered, the reason that it felt like you broke all these cycles, everything shifted, and now you're back there again, is just a little, like, I'm seeing like a bonfire. And you know how a bonfire sends like these little sparks into the air? It's that. These are the little sparks that are being sent into the air that are residual little things here or there. Do not get sucked in. Do not get pulled back. Just use this as a time to reaffirm what it is that you have broken. Double down on what it is that you are becoming. And something that I say all the time, whether we're talking about collective liberation, whether we're talking about healing, and in this example as well, there is work to be torn down and there is work to be built up. Okay, you did the tearing down, you did the fire, the work with your ancestors, you did the thing where you are incinerating and breaking apart all of these old cycles, these generational cycles as well. But what you are building up also needs to be reaffirmed. And so you're gonna feel like it's like creating this emptiness, right? You have all these thoughts and these mindsets and this overthinking and these habits. And if you stop doing them, now you have all this free time. Okay, well, now you need to figure out what you are replacing it with. And it could be something that's like a direct response to those things, or it could be something that is completely different, right? It's like, say you want to quit smoking, and part of you is just like, I need to stop, but also, like, what do I need to do to fill that time? What do I need to do to fill that void? For some people, it could be something else that replaces, like, that need for oral fixation. For other people, it could be, I need to work out. I need to not be at home. I need to not be at these places where I'm re-triggered. It could be a direct answer to that cycle you are breaking, or it could be something completely different that that distracts you and transforms your energy and pushes your energy in a new direction, right? I'm also, so that's kind of what I have to say on that. I'm also hearing the word alchemy. Okay, so what you can continue to do, and I actually made a TikTok, and I also posted this on Instagram as well, a transmutation spell. I didn't post how to do it, but I just talked about doing it. This is going to be unique for everyone. It's going to be different for everyone. And I'm not going to give any sort of blanket advice on this. If this is something that you want help around or want to talk to me around, book a coaching session, because that's where we can talk about it. And I always have sliding scale offerings as well. Just email me for sliding scale. My email is roshni@blacksheepexperience.com. You can also submit the contact form on my website if that's easier for you, blacksheepexperience.com. But a transmutation spell where any of that energy, any of that doubt, that fear, any of that regression into the old habits can still be transmuted. And if you are to do a working around this, you are essentially taking the pressure off of you having to use your energy to transmute in that moment. And instead, you are giving yourself the ability to trust that the transmutation is done. So what I mean when I say alchemy or transmutation is taking all the doubt and the fear and the worry that you have, or even taking the specific habit that you have and saying, every time I want to go back to this, I'm going to get hotter. I'm going to get richer. I'm going to attract a new opportunity. I'm going to feel the desire to work out. I'm going to feel the desire to do something healthy. Every time I think about smoking, I'm going to actually eat an apple instead. But not just thinking that in the moment, doing some kind of working, maybe it's even creating some sort of art, doing something. And again, this is why I say, if this is something you're interested in and you want to actually do, talk to me one-on-one, because we can figure out something that works for you and that meets you at the level that you are at, because this is not something that you just jump into, and the same kind of thing isn't going to work for everyone. So that's why, like, this part may seem a little scattered, I guess, because it's not going to be the same exact thing for everyone. But every time you want to get pulled back, instead of wasting that energy, instead of beating down on yourself and saying, why am I doing this? Why am I going backwards? Why? Like, instead of that, using that energy to push yourself forward and in the direction that you want to go is what you should be doing. The other thing that's making me think of alchemy is the few cards that we got. So all of that kind of came up from just this devil card. The other cards in this spread, and there's only 3 more, this was a really clear and direct reading, so we have the 10 of Cups, okay? We have the Mother of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands. I love this deck a lot. It's a snake protecting her eggs, if it's kind of hard to see with the lighting. And then the Son of Wands. So we got 2 Wands cards, 2 Court cards, a Major Arcana, and the 10 of Cups. So a lot of energy here. What I'm seeing, though, with the Mother and the Sun, whoa, the Mother and the Sun. Okay, maybe there is some sort of deeper generational cycle here. Okay, so I'm partially hearing you could be the son having issues with your mother. This could also be you being any gender and seeing how your mother is with their son and feeling like, I'm hearing like gender inequality. Maybe there's like pressures that are put on you if you're a daughter, if you're a femme, that are not being put on the son in your family or the brother that you have. This could also be like, I'm getting the idea of someone who's trans watching this. Like, maybe your mother is only choosing to acknowledge you as her son, or something about that where like you are not being acknowledged in who you actually are. So that could just be for someone really specific. Something else could be coming up around you having a child, you having a son possibly. So there's kind of a lot of different family dynamics at play. So I'm going to get into like the energetics of this message more than that, but those are just some signs of confirmation that possibly some of the cycles that you're breaking could be like these types of cycles, or could stem from this like a mother-son energy in whatever way, right? Obviously this is a collective reading, so I can't even get into the specifics on that, but let's get into the energy behind these cards. So the Mother of Wands is definitely a creative energy, right? The Queen of Wands is fire-led. It's correspondent to fire energy as well as creativity. So, something I'm also hearing is with the alchemy, channeling everything into creativity. I'm also hearing with the sun card, it's a go. The Page of Wands is someone, no, sorry, this is actually the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is ready to go. They are ready to share what they have with the world. And the big piece around this I'm getting is leaving perfectionism behind. Something is so in the normal Knight of Wands, right? They're in the Rider-Waite tarot deck. They are on a horse and they are like galloping full speed ahead towards their mission. What I'm seeing is like you are being magnetized to your mission and to your purpose. That is eclipsing everything else going on in your life right now. And the eclipse energy that came up for us in September might be very, very significant for you if you're watching this around the time that I post it. But you are being so magnetized and so drawn to your purpose that the perfectionism is being left behind. It's like, I need to get this out. I don't care. It's like, I don't care how I look in this. I don't care, what these little details are. I don't care to word everything perfectly. I don't care to have a polished and perfect website. Everything that you need to say needs to be said now. That's how it feels for you. It's like what I'm creating needs to be done now. And that push of the Knight of Wands is giving you the strength and the courage to freaking go for it and not pause, not look back. I feel like a big part of even the cycle that you broke was the cycle of overthinking, the cycle of looking back, the cycle of doubt, of second guessing, of like this wishy-washy energy, this push and pull of, yes, I'm going to do it. Yes, all my dreams are coming true. Yes, I'm like delusional, but in the way that I want to be. And then all of a sudden, oh, wait, who am I to ask for that? Who am I to think I can do that? I'm a nobody. I'm no one. I don't mean anything to anyone. I don't matter. My words don't matter. I'm not worthy of this. That was the constant like seesaw that was going on in your mind. And you got so sick of that back and forth energy that you're like, whatever, I don't care. I am breaking this cycle and I am moving forward. And that like, I'm going to go F it energy is actually connecting to your purpose much deeper because you're not getting caught up in the little things, in the trivial things. And this burst of energy that is coming through with this card is what is creating the foundation for you to be in this Queen of Wands energy. Because these cards are right here. Like the Queen of Wands is not far behind the Son of Wands, right? The Knight of Wands. So what I'm seeing here is like this energy is already on the table is what I'm hearing. You're already the Queen of Wands or embodying the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is maybe not so much like boom, like the Knight is, but they know what they're doing and they've already accomplished a lot. And I feel like that's a big piece of the puzzle for you. Now that you have overcome your perfectionism, your second guessing, your self-doubt, you are seeing how much you have already accomplished. I'm hearing groundwork. So you did a lot of the groundwork for your field, for your industry, for your business, for your product testing, like whatever that is for you. Even writing songs. I'm seeing someone like writing lyrics, like having journals filled with the music they want to write, with ideas for what they want to create. I'm also seeing like sketchbooks of fashion designs, of like drawing what it is that you want to create. Again, I'm hearing product testing heavily. So a lot of the groundwork has been done, but that energetic feeling behind it was so like, I'm there, I'm not there, I'm there, I'm not there. And because of this major push from your creative energy, from the cycles that you've broken, now you're coming to this place where you're also like ready to receive. You're sitting on your throne. The work has been done and there is so much work still to do. When I say the work is done, I mean the foundation has been laid. Just because the foundation has been laid doesn't mean there's no work to go into building the house, right? But the foundation being laid is a huge part of it. And with the foundation is not just the foundation. We're talking about buying the land, securing what you need to secure, getting the permits, laying down the foundation, digging up the space you need to and the hole you need to create in the ground to lay the foundation. Like there's, again, the groundwork. There is so much work that needs to be done. And it's like, I'm not seeing the vision. I'm not seeing how this is even going to become my dream home. I'm not seeing any of this, but I'm believing and I'm doubting and I'm second guessing, but I'm always going to come back to believing. That's what it's been for you. But now the foundation is laid. Now you're dreaming even more. Now you're seeing how this could come into place, but you're also not attaching yourself to the how, because in this journey of laying down the foundation, you've already seen how miracles can happen. You've seen how quickly you got that home loan. You've seen how the right people came into your life to help dig up that like earth and rebuild this foundation. So everything that came to you in this analogy, you are now trusting more than you ever have before. And you're trusting in yourself because you've also come across problems and those problems have been fixed. So it's like, yes, I trust myself. Yes, I believe in myself. Yes, I see the vision. And the last piece of the puzzle is that 10 of Cups that I was seeing right here, right? So the 10 of Cups is, again, this idea of, I'm hearing the word embodiment. I feel like you are really embodying your, the person that you want to become. And maybe this is like a practice that you're doing with your friends. Maybe you and your friends have like a manifestation get together. Maybe you have like a best friend or your partner that you're like, let's go on our dream date. Let's go on our dream co-working date. Let's dress up as if. Let's act as if. Let's go shopping as if. Let's do something around this is coming up. Around just like embodying this version of yourself that you want to be. And also again, the idea of the Queen of Wands being in this energy that allows them to receive, they also trust how much they are giving. They trust how much they have to offer, so they are not afraid to receive. And something about like these different colorful lines that are being, it's like these cups are pouring and these cups are receiving. That seems really significant here. You are willing to hold space for others' tears. You are willing to hold space for other people's difficulty, for the bad things in the collective, to say it in like the whatever, just to like put it in that form, in that wording. Like with collective community and with collective liberation, like we have to be willing to hold space for other people. And you are finally in that place where you can hold space for other people, and you can also trust that they will hold space for you. So by you not fearing your own emotions, you are no longer fearing their emotions either. The collective, your partners, your friends, and even people you haven't met yet. It's like the more that you trust yourself, the more that you trust everything going on around you, because you can navigate those places, even if you're starting to feel heavy from other people's energy that you're taking on. Okay, well, you trust yourself enough to let that go, to alchemize it again, to transmute it, to set boundaries, to take some time to yourself, to reset, to fill your cup on your own. So all of this is working together to allow you to be in this space where your dream is now out there. It's not just in yourself. And I was just shuffling to pull for 2 of this self-care deck. We have not been using my little froggy deck in a while. So let's see the first card. My pain can be transformed. My trauma can be transformed. My anger can be transformed. What did I say about transmutation, about alchemy, about changing everything? This is such a beautiful card. And like also the rainbow is just so cool in this card. I love it. And then the second card that came out was I trust myself. Okay, Miss Girl is on a little scooter. Hang on. She is on a scooter at the end of like a, what do you call it? A half pint, half pike, half, whatever, the skateboarding thing. You get half bull. I don't know. What do you call it? I don't know. Whatever. She's there and she's saying, I trust myself. She is allowing herself to trust fall, to roll with the punches, I'm hearing. So everything I just said about trust, trusting yourself to navigate situations, trusting yourself to know when a person is not right for you, trusting yourself, discernment. That's the word that's coming up. You have discernment. And that is what is going to allow you to navigate the big dream. Okay. And the last card, so I had to shift my camera because it like the ring light was causing a glare, but I did have this behind me the entire time, and it's horse. Our animal spirit energy for today, for this week, is horse. And what it says here is, it says, free spirit, give yourself the space and freedom to express your creativity. That is exactly also what we're seeing in this reading with the two wands cards, right? Going after your dream, expressing yourself, and finding ways to alchemize whatever that BS energy is that is trying to hold you back. Even if it's part of your alchemy process, is allowing it, right? Allowing the fears to come up, allowing the self-judgment, allowing the criticism, allowing the perfectionism, and then being like, okay, it is what it is. I'm still going to be doing my thing. I'm still going to be doing my thing. Hello? Like, I'm not going to let this random thought stop me when I've literally can see what I've built already. I have more evidence that it's going to work than I do that it's not going to work. So believe that evidence. Trust that. Trust that. And that is where I'm leaving you for today. If you want to book a one-on-one reading, I have tarot readings available through October and November at blacksheepexperience.com. I also have self-worth coaching available. That is where we can talk about spells. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about in a one-on-one coaching session. So that is available as well. I have the Worthiness Blueprint, my new self-worth e-course for you. That is self-paced online course. And it includes somatics, body work, teachings, an interactive journal. All of that is included in it, and it is available for $50. Everything you need to know about how to work with me, my podcast, all my info is going to be at blacksheepexperience.com. I'll leave it in the show notes and in the description for you. And remember that you are worthy, whether you believe it or not. I love you.